What's up, guys? Kind of want to give it a little like backstory to the video you're gonna see. I had fired up the Crown Vic. I'm gonna call it Crown Vic. I always say this is Grand Marquis, but I call it a Crown Vic. It's easier to say. Whatever. I haven't been driving it. It's got a few little issues I need to work on. I've got that rear end for it that I'm still working on. That needs to be basically put back together and swapped in now. But it was a really nice day, so I wanted to go drive that thing. I wanted to go put some fresh gas in it and, take it to the car wash, rinse it off. I got to the gas station, and it's one that's not far from our house, and it's like a truck stop one, so there's a lot of semis in there. And I was going around to the pumps, but a semi was coming out, so I went like the long way, and it turns into like a fast food like drive-through. So I went to back up and turn around, and when I like pulled up and like put it in reverse, it just stalled. I started back up, then it was just like boom. So I put it back in park. I turned the key, and then you'll see what happens when I turn the key. But I thought it was a dead battery because the car had been sitting for. I literally haven't driven it, like daily driven it, since like almost last winter. Like it has been completely parked since COVID started. I usually start it up though with like the remote starter, hit the button so it can, run and charge the battery up, stuff like that. But I haven't done it in a minute, so it was like completely dead. So I jump started with the slingshot. I connected the battery cables, the jumper cables, and I let the slingshot run just being connected to the car battery for like at least probably a solid half hour, just to like get it pretty juiced up and not be trying to start it. And then I went in the slingshot and revved it up, and then hit the button to remote start the car so it would start, and have like all of the juice it could get to be able to start, because it's a big heavy duty starter or whatever, so it needs a lot of juice. Fired right up, no problem. Obviously the battery was still pretty low. It did crank kind of low, but it fired up. So then I took the jumper cables off, and I let the car run for like another half hour. So it had been running, the slingshot was connected to it for about a half hour, which was charging it. And then the car itself was running for about a half hour, and it's got a high output alternator, so it charges a lot faster than like a normal one. So theoretically that battery was, I'm not going to say fully charged, but more than enough charge, to be able to turn it on and off a million times, if I wanted to. And, obviously the more I drove it, the more it was going to get charged. So like I said, I got to this gas station, went to turn around to get to the pumps, and it just stalled out. Like it had been sitting for so long, I think that, it's kind of out of whack and needed to like relearn, the idling and stuff like that. So it stalled, and I had to I pushed it like I was right in the way, like out in the open. So luckily the wheel was already turned. Like I was kind of like, I basically like had pulled up, and then I was backing into a spot, and then, pulling out to like, turn back the other way. So I was aimed to that spot. So luckily I just threw it in neutral, got out and pushed it, and got right into that spot. And then, yeah, so that's what you're about to see here. Alright guys, so I finally busted this car out. It's been parked for quite a while. Dead battery. Jumped it and drove it to visit my girlfriend, and or I'm sorry, fiance. And it stalled when I was backing in the spot, and this is what it does. You see I got plenty of battery power. One good click. That's it. Luckily, I have AAA. Tow truck's on their way. Supposedly, I just did it on the app, so I have no idea. If you guys watch my vlog videos, you'll know my experience with AAA is not great. Last time I waited for like 4 hours. So, yeah. Yeah, that's where we're at now. I will keep you guys updated here. Let's try the hammer trick with a mini sledge. Nope, still nothing. Okay, so the whole time I was clicking on it with the hammer, I was hitting this right here, which is the solenoid. And it looks like that ground, if you can see it right there, is pretty much trashed. So I think that might be the issue. I'm gonna take these bolts off, clean these connections up. So I'm like 90% sure I found the problem. If you see that cluster of wires right there, it's like a ground strap. That goes to this, which goes on this stud right here, which I'm assuming is obviously the ground for the starter. I don't know, that seems like a horrible design to me. And it's looking like you have to replace the starter, I'm assuming, because I see no way to get that off. Which makes no sense to me. This thing is rusted to hell anyways, so there's that. I don't know, this sucks. I mean, luckily it's not a daily driver though, so there's that. But I'm like, what the hell? Like, there's gotta be, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up, see if there's some kind of way to replace that. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see. That's the problem. So I'm gonna try to get it started and then move it at least. So I'm touching that ground strap and this, and I'm gonna remote start it. Out. Marks of pipes that literally you can fit your hands into. These are 4-inch tips, by the way. Oh god, I almost hit the brake and it's remote started, so that would have turned it off. Jesus. Okay, so keys on. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be taking the starter off and replacing it, which so far is proving to be a hassle because I'm working in a gravel driveway with not much clearance, and these bolts suck to get to. So I'm gonna try all my combinations of extensions and adapters and stuff and see if we can't get them out. I really want this car back on the road, so I'm really determined to do this. I got that town car I want to work on, but knowing that this one is, you know, down now is really bothering me, even though I don't drive it every day. Okay, so I'll show you guys how I did this. Hand over here. I got these two bolts out, and now I'm working on that top one, and just barely have clearance. but it's working. It is so hard to see. And this is so uncomfortable, but whew, it's working. All 3 bolts off, but it's still sitting there. They're all talking about make sure you support it, because it's gonna fall. Not in my case. It's stuck. How the hell does that happen? There it goes. Yep. Wow. All right, filthy, but I am heading to AutoZone. No, I'm sorry, Advance Auto, and picking up a CarQuest brand starter. After the discount, always use the discount codes. Shop online. Like, even if you're at the store, literally buy the stuff online to pick it up at the store. You save so much money. It was about 180 bucks ish out the door. With the discount, I think I paid, like, after I get the core back, it'll be like 120 bucks. So, cheapest one I found was at AutoZone, and it had all perfect reviews, to be honest with you, but it was 80 bucks, and I'm just like, it's a no-name brand. I don't even remember the name, to be honest with you. But I was just like, it's a big component, and I don't want to do this again. So I went for the, better name brand that had even more reviews. Of course, it had like 1 or 2 bad reviews, but like 50 other, 4 or 5 star reviews. Yeah, so I'm gonna go pick that up. It is like almost 6:30. Hopefully I can get back real quick and get that done. I'd love to take the car for a drive and know that it's actually gonna start every time I turn the key now, or pray that it's gonna start every time I turn the key with this no-name starter. Well, not no-name, but you know what I mean. Ooh. Got the starter. It's really weird to keep the box, but yeah, okay. Looks good. Weighs about the same. I like how this one actually has a cover on that wire, kind of. Probably throw some silicone on there. Throw that down there. Okay, so she's in. It's connected. It's tight. It was honestly pretty easy, and seems too good to be true that it's just gonna fire right up, so let's go try it. I did not like that noise at the end, but it starts. Wow, that starts really powerfully too. Holy crap. Driving it for a while. Seems to get a little bit quieter. Oh yeah, that's basically perfect now. Cool.